Good morning, MDRT. My name is Derek Wong, and today my topic today is growing 5,000 clients via world-class customer service. This is a recording for MDRT Global. I just want to introduce myself. I'm a two times top of the table, four times top of table, six times million-dollar round table. I also hold the Malaysian book record for the most number of cases closed in the year 529. I've been in the industry for 18 years already. I won the top customer service award in Asia, and I also have um now grown a business that handles from 100 to now 5,000 over clients. I was a speaker in MDRT Conference 2025 in Miami, and my topic was gaining success from 100 to 5,000 clients. And today I want to continue on that topic on how to grow these 5,000 clients and making sure these 5,000 clients are happy to stay with me. I'm also the author of Build Lead, Stay Strong, where I sold over 1,000 copies globally. All right, so I'll start with my story, which impacted me the most, is the story of our Will Guidara. He's actually one of the top restaurant owners in the world. And what happened to Will was he entered a restaurant competition where the top 50 restaurants in the world, imagine the top Michelin restaurants, were all gathered for basically a contest where they crown the number one restaurant in the world. So how it works is there's a system of elimination. If they call your name first, you're number 50, then the next person number 49, 48, they work it all up to number one. Now Will was feeling great about his chances because he was seated in the middle. But what he didn't know was when they called his name, and shockingly, number 50, Will Guidara, he was so sad. He did this and he was like high. He was so disappointed naturally, but he didn't realize that the cameras and spotlight was on him, and that reaction was shown throughout the entire audience. So Will Guidara went back to think and said that, hey, how could I come out number 50? My restaurant sells amazing food. But actually he realized that the competition was not about judging the food that was created, but actually the impact in the culinary industry. So Will decided to think it's not just about the food, but how the food makes people feel. So he came up with the ideas on having this unreasonable hospitality. And his idea started with one day he overheard a group of foodies that were sharing that they came to New York and they all tried the best restaurants. However, there's only one thing they could not have time to try because they're flying back on the same day, which is the New York hot dog. Will Guidara picked that up and ran out to buy a hot dog and came back and asked the Michelin star chef, please cut this hot dog and serve it to customers. The chef said, no way, I'm going to do that. And Will said, please trust me, this is important to me. And so when he served that hot dog, simply just cut into four pieces and give it to these people, they all got shocked because they was, oh, how do you know that we wanted to do this? They were so touched. They didn't talk much about the meal, but they talked about this $2 hot dog that was served because it meant the world to them. So Wingura says that if hospitality is about making people feel seen, the best way to treat them is not like commodity, but as a unique individual. Unreasonable hospitality means that one size fits one. And I think this story, when I heard it, it really resonated me that it's just not about the advice that we sell to people, but it's actually that process of how we make the customer feel appreciated in our organization and how they know that we care for them. I think it's the most important thing. So my first year when I started the industry, it was rough because my mom said, hey, you have no better job to do, Derek. My background is an IT consultant. And now I left my IT job to do insurance and financial planning. My mom said, difficult. You won't be able to survive. So generally, for the first year, I know natural market. So what I had to do is every day from morning to night, I will be at the roadshow in the mall approaching people to buy medical plans, retirement plans, children education plans, and so on. Now, I realized that if I work hard and I talk to enough people, people will come and sit down, and my chances of closing cases will go up. In fact, in the first year, I was focusing on selling, 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 and I actually made it to a qualification. I qualified for many contests and award. In the second year, I could do that because I was just focusing on selling, selling, selling. And my favorite days will be the public holidays and weekends where I work. Okay. So really not a very balanced life, but I had to do what I need to do to survive. However, when the third year came, I realized suddenly I couldn't be on this selling mode because customers were starting to call me to ask for servicing, like change the nomination, change the card details, or take care of the relative who's admitted in the hospital. So my servicing appointments went up and my sales naturally went down. There were days that I was so pumped up to go to the road show where I would find customers previously, but because of an appointment, a servicing happens and drag. I start to feel like, oh, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think I want to go. I think I'll go tomorrow. So I started procrastinate, and when my sales dropped, I started to lack motivation. So I asked myself, is it even possible for us to balance between servicing and sales? Because ultimately, the more clients that we bring in, the more servicing time that we have to do. So naturally, if we bring in more people, we will not have the time to service this and we don't have enough time to recruit or even sell and find new prospects. And I was being tired. In fact, 97% of the employees in the workplace suffer workplace fatigue. Now, I wanted to understand how to maximize my 24 hours a day. So how I did it was I started to have this idea how to delegate to elevate. So I began to research about delegation, and delegation transforms, not diminish. And delegation isn't about doing less, but it's what matters most. I basically identified my superpower is basically to be in front of the customer, to give them the best consultation services, to fact finding, presentation, and hopefully to close the case. Any other task should not be in my portfolio. It should be passed to somebody. So I hired support. I delegated this support to them, and I helped them to grow in them managing this task. So I realized that from general worker, general PA, person assistant, if I give everything, the person could do it, but at a slow pace. So what I did was I hired a few specialists, gave them 1 or 2 tasks only, help them be good at their doing. And today my specialists, after a while doing things over a certain period of time, they have the confidence and also the belief that they can solve the problem. So now they help solve my issues in the organization. So for example, my claim staff is amazing. She has done criticalness claims, hospitalization claims, personal accident because of what we call experience. They grow over a period of time. So today, from one personal general staff, I now have a team of 8 in-house qualified specialists to help me run the business. So in 2007, I had 100 clients on the roadshow. Every year, we're adding 300 new clients. In 2023, we received a record-breaking number of cases of 529. And 2025, now we take care of around 5,000 clients. I have a guiding principle. My first guiding principle is every client deserves good customer service, irregardless of the premium. Why I share that is because when I was a nobody and I started in this industry as a newcomer in the roadshow, I was very touched when I spoke to strangers, and even though they did not know me, they decided to put a trust in me and decided to put a premium on their policies. And these people helped me to be where I am. If they did not support me the first year, I would not be here today. So we don't judge. But the more important thing is, as we were working very hard in the first few years, I realized that 90% of my business was cold market where I had to find people. But I wanted service because as we provide good service and hopefully get referrals, 50% of business then comes from the stranger, 50% comes from referral, which is easier to do. And today, 100% of my business is on the existing and referral market. And instead of me finding people, people find us. So the key message getting refers is no matter how big we are, we still appreciate you. Because a lot of clients are scared to give you referrals because they're scared in you're small, you can take care of them. But because we grow the big client base, they're worried, hey, maybe Derek will forget about them. So we want to make sure that they don't feel neglected. And what better way to do this is to celebrate important days with them. So my practice is every day we will send a personalized video message to all the people who have birthday. Let's say Jeff, it's your birthday today. I will send a video recording say, Hi Jeff, it's me Derek. I want to wish you a happy birthday. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Have an amazing birthday, Jeff. Yeah, with the animation like the balloons that came out. All right, so I'll send it to them. Now, as your business grows, so much your capacity to care for people. And I really understand also that people buy policy because of family. They buy policies because of their loved ones. And so I decided to make sure that as we service clients, remembering their birthdays and at the same time, they taking a note about their family and also their family tree, their relatives, and so on, we're able to understand the client a lot better and also hopefully close their family members also. So how do I do that? Is basically I do regularly annual policy reviews for all my clients. And that's for me the sure way of growing my business. I'll be sharing you my step-by-step of building your client network. I'll talk about how the specialists role in supporting our network. So the first thing in my process is the appointments. So basically, I look at my system. We have an in-house database which I'll be sharing if I'm chosen to speak. And using the database, I'm actually able to find out, for example, which clients are having birthday this month. So I can call them based on the birthday. Or if I can run a campaign, let's say I'm looking for a summer shirt that's less than $1 million, I can actually run that. So it's based on different campaigns that we launch to our clients. And by doing annual policy reviews, it helps the clients to understand what they're covered for and their gaps, which also help them to achieve their financial goals. So if we have a system in place that at least once a year, we will contact the client and they come on board to do policy review, I think it builds a great culture. So the policy review then is set the meeting to a client engagement specialist. It is like a nurse in the dental clinic. The dentist doesn't call you for appointment, the nurse does, right? So they call you, hey, it's Jeff, it's time to do a checkup already. Please come on board, okay, to do a checkup. So this is what we do. We do annual policy reviews, making sure our customers understand what they buy. Now, then somebody in our organization helps to do a profiling. They actually do a summary of the existing clients' policies. Plus, also because they are existing client, we understand the gaps. So our quotation specialists will then prepare policy review notes and recommendations. We at least have 3 recommendations for each client. So this is imagine the appointment is set. You're coming in to do a checkup. So this person will prepare all the tools they need. For example, there's high chance this client needs to do a filling. Everything is set up so that when they come, it's not wasting their time. So I would then do the meeting with the client. I'll explain about the recommendations, sharing what the benefits of each recommendation. And from there, basically, there are only 3 responses can happen: a yes, no, or maybe. If a yes, amazing, we have achieved our job of providing financial freedom to our customer. What happens is we pass them to a new client onboarding specialist, which will help to fill out application form, work with the client to settle underwriting and medical requirements. So they book all the clinic appointments and so on. If it's a no, it's fine. What that happens is we focus on the next appointment. So we tell the client engagement specialist that to contact this person next year again because they're not ready yet. Maybe is for example, what then happens is we tell the customer how long do you need to get ready. They say, oh, I probably need a week. So we tell the client engagement specialist to contact them after a week. Now, the beautiful part of it is when the customer agrees, what happens is then we actually get the case approved and we pass it on to our onboarding for approved policy. This is where we had set up meetings. We thank the client for the support and also welcome them by sharing with them the policy that they bought, the details, the benefits, help them to download a soft copy of the policy book if it's that's available, ask them for emerging contact list because there might be problems that happen to the clients, and also ask them for referrals. And basically, that's how we do our business. So from 100, every year we're going 300 clients to with 5,000. That's what we do. We repeat the process. I want to share with you some examples which helped me because of the policy review. One of the customers realized that his critical illness income protection was on the lower side. We upgraded it, and thankfully during MCO he had an accident. We will manage to pay off the medical bill, plus also give 200,000 ringgit because this time could not work for 1 year because it burns, severe burns. His skin can't even be um, exposed to the sunlight at all. Okay, so that's what happened. And also, this is a story I share about basically about the medical costs. Today, medical cost is 33,000 ringgit. And clients who pay for this, let's say about 8,000 US dollar, they want fast service. So we basically appoint people, if I cannot make it, to pick up the receipts from the clients and then to process it. Okay. So this is crazy. 1 month, the job is about 8,000 US dollars. But there are ways to manage it. And we will, of course, work together with our head office to ensure the claim is being paid. All right. Top three challenges in delivering unreasonable hospitality. I realize number one challenge is, of course, delay. For example, we have 1 hour lunch break. We order food, and I would tell you in 30 minutes that you don't get your food, you became a bit concerned. By 45 minutes, you didn't receive the food, and your lunch hours only 1 hour, you'll probably be frustrated. So what we want to work on is the ability to hire, delegate, or you yourself. Must you understand, delays in major claims are very bad. And most of them are due to paperwork. And that's why customer servicing means getting somebody to help the client in not just the good times of buying a policy, but also in the bad times, making sure doctors fill out their paperwork. Okay, because clients are running out of time. The second thing is this concept of advisory and service gaps. Are our clients buying experience or advice or just buying a product? We want to make sure that every customer receives the best service because our competitors are no longer just another issue company, but it's probably an online portal which they can buy policies on their own. So we want to make sure that clients understand and manage these policies well. And it's very important we have a system to be able to capture all the different policies that the client has purchased over a period of time, which again is technology. So my next 101 years challenge is this. Our insurance industry faces challenge because a lot of young people do not want to join. Because when they service a customer, in fact, they're probably sad to service because customers today are more demanding, especially if they have a problem. So I told myself, what if we could set up a helpline or support structure to help our new advisors whenever they have difficulty or need a listening ear, they can go and contact this helpline and support. Basically, my summary conclusion is this. Never forget where we started. No matter how big we are today, we started because some people trusted us. When we were a nobody and desperate, somebody or a few others came to trust us. That's why every client deserves personalized care and appreciation. Client buy policies because of their loved ones, and it's important to keep in touch with your clients, no matter whether it's the good times or the bad times, because you having a strong relationship with client helps manage things like medical card repricing, drops of fund drops, changes in regulation. And third is don't do everything yourself. Build a strong system with a winning team of dedicated specialists. Delighting in the client helps build trust for more repeated business. And as we get better in servicing, our industry goes up as a whole, making it easier for future consultants to service and to sell to prospects. But imagine if nobody's services, the experience out there generally is bad, thus making new people who join our industry find it difficult to survive. So my name is Derek Wong, and I want to share that this is the guaranteed way to grow our business consistently while providing unreasonable hospitality. I wish everybody the best, MDRT Global, and I hope that whatever you do, you can achieve your goals. I wish you the best, take care, and hope to be selected for MDRT Global 2026. Thank you.